Hi guys, Irit here with a new process video for the Cut Shop, and this is the layout I'll be creating. I used two cut files, say the word, I used two words and I welded them on the Silhouette software, and the half-hearted background, which I only traced part of it. You can see now I only traced 3 rows and 3 columns and 6 rows. And I also cut the title from one of the pattern papers in the Fancy Free collection. I'm going to use that collection for this layout. And I just flipped I wanted to use both sides of the same pattern paper, so I just cut it one time the words, and then the other time just the outline, and I flipped it horizontally, so that way I can use both sides of the pattern paper and just cut it one time. I hope that makes sense. I am not so good with explaining today. It's early. I'm having my second cup of coffee, so I don't have any excuses. Anywho, I wanted to back these hearts with some pattern paper. What I love about the Fancy Free collection is that basically it has all the colors of the rainbow, and I love using kind of a rainbow colors on my layout, so that's what I went with. I started from pink to yellow to green to teal, and I guess kind of blue at the end. I don't know, turquoise maybe. And there are so many patterns. I think almost all the ones I used are from this one paper that has a whole bunch of 2x2 squares, and yeah, there's just so many patterns there, so I picked the ones that work with my color scheme and backed those little hearts. Now I love this background cut file. I had all kinds of ideas about using it. I kept it simple, but this would be a great stencil. You could watercolor this. So many options. I actually can't believe I haven't used it yet, because this cut file came out in January. And I really like the say the word cut file with all these words, and you can weld a couple of words or more and make your custom title. Tanya, check it out. You could make your mega super awesome titles with combine them with die cut words. Anywho, I was talking to my good YouTube friend and awesome title generator, Tanya Hubbard, and that's me just putting a lot of adhesive all around the hearts, so I don't have to put it on every little piece of pattern paper, and this just makes it easier to back the hearts. So they are smaller than 2 inches. They're kind of, I think, 1.5 inch tall, maybe less, 1.25. Doesn't really matter. That's me giving myself a thumbs up. I like how that looks. Sorry about my head there. Yeah. Excuses. Just trying to make sure that the paper covers the whole heart. So this is me doing the title. I kind of sped it up because it's kind of boring. So what I decided, I really liked the pattern I chose to go behind the letters, but it was a tiny bit too colorful, and I thought it was a little bit distracting, so I added a layer of vellum between the words and the pattern I'm using to back it. And I just cut the vellum. You could also cut the vellum on the on your Cameo machine, but it just was really fast to do it by hand. And there I'm just adhering my title and my photo. I added a couple of the tags, and I'm going to add my journaling to that yellow tag and kind of create kind of a pocket behind the photo, so I can just tuck the tag in there. There we go, just like I did there. just trying to make sure everything is glued down so it doesn't come up. And that's it. I kept this really simple. It took me, I don't know, maybe half hour? Maybe, yeah, something like that. And the last thing I'm going to do, which is really easy when you already have all these patterns and colors, just add some little embellishments and going for a tone on tone look. And yeah, that was super easy. So I really wanted another pop of yellow there to create, yes, you guessed it, a visual triangle. Yeah, what can I say? You know, for some people, also for me, I think a lot of my process is intuitive. But sometimes if I'm not sure where I want to place something, I really consciously think about the rule of thirds and not the rule of thirds, the visual triangle. And I'm kind of keeping the photo or the face in the photo in the middle of that triangle, like within that triangle. You don't want your focal point to be outside of the visual triangle, because the point is that your eye bounces off the points. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Now, let me show you. I left this in the video because I want to show you how I thought about this. So I want to back my layout, and I'm trying everything. And while I'm trying this, I can see that I prefer light colors. So everything dark is kind of eliminated already. Everything colorful is also eliminated because it's just too much. And I like how that looks. It's kind of a neutral, and I think it adds kind of elegance. I like the little dot one because it adds a whimsical feel. And definitely, again, I want something light. When I try it on the bolder colors or the darker colors, I really don't like how that looks. The dark kind of makes things pop, but I don't like it. So I'm just looking through everything. You don't have to look through everything. You can just stop when you find something you like. But I wasn't completely sure. I really liked that kind of aqua background, but it was a little bit too, I don't know, too pale, a bit too boring. The dots are really cute, but the stitching is going to be my favorite, and for a couple of reasons. It's interesting, but not too busy. It has colors, but they're not too, there's not too much contrast. It's not too busy. And also the base color is kind of, I don't know, kind of a very light beige. And I thought it added a really nice touch to my layout. So I went with that. Here are some close-ups. Thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely day. Check out the Cut Shop. Bye bye.